Good morning, everyone, and welcome. My name is Larry Collins, and this is my Collins Family Urban Homestead. Kind of wanted to give you today is Saturday, June 6th, and kind of want to give you a quick garden tour and what's going on in the homestead. You can see behind me, these are the chicks. These will be 8 weeks old on like Monday or Tuesday. They've gotten pretty good size, but obviously if they were Cornish cross, they would probably be 2 to 3 times the size they currently are. Plan for these are, I think I've got 4 roosters and 3 hens. The roosters are going to end up going to freezer camp, and 3 hens are going to add to our current flock. We've got 1 rooster and 3 hens over there, and we just need to increase the ratio of roosters to hens for there. So that's kind of where we're at with that. Let's go over and take a look at the garden. So here are the tomatoes. They are doing pretty good. They got a little bit of a leaf curl going on with them right now. I'm not sure, but the tomatoes themselves are getting pretty good size. They're definitely getting fruit, and they're all doing pretty well. May need to take a look at some of this, but you can kind of see all of that back there. I'll give a close-up look here in a minute. Malabar spinach, I showed you last week the harvest that we did, and it's doing pretty good. I'll do a close-up on that. It didn't die. Some of it's kind of growing back a bit, so we'll still kind of take a look at that and see how that's going. So that's doing pretty good. In the beans, I'm starting to see a few brown spots here and there. Haven't necessarily seen any flowers. That doesn't mean they're not there. I just haven't seen them. But definitely haven't seen any beans coming on yet. They're kind of probably getting some brown spots down at the bottom. I think that may just be, those are getting covered up by sun and not getting the amount of light that they need on there. So, but these guys have definitely gone up to the top of the trellis on a lot of those, and have gone pretty good, pretty far. And then on this side, main project today, I've got garlic that's been curing in the shed for about 3 or 4 weeks now, and I need to take it out of there, get it braided up, and get it stored, and then to take that drying place. All of these onions are going to get harvested. We'll bring you on along with that a little bit later. I won't get them out to dry at that point in time. Here underneath the squash plant, just one little tomato plant there. You can see he may be in trouble with, he looks healthy. Everything there looks good. It's just that squash plant may just be bigger. Now the squash plant has surprised me a lot. I'd started seeing the small fruits on there, but I was assuming they were just going to dry up and swivel off because I hadn't seen any male flowers come up. Well, obviously there were some that I just didn't catch because the fruits are making and doing just fine. They need to get a little bit bigger, and I'll show you a close-up on that here in a little bit. So, but yeah, this squash plant here, actually there's 4 of them in this patch right here, and they are doing quite well. I haven't caught any squash bugs or anything like that yet. So when I've grown these in the past, I think this is the first time I've tried growing them here, but in the past it's like they got attacked by a combination of squash bugs and vine borers, and if I got 1 or 2 zucchinis or something like that off of it, then it died soon thereafter because of and I think the vine borers were the biggest issue that I had. And I'll turn you around to take you a look at that here in a minute. And then this is my sip tomato. I think this is probably one of the things I'm learning. This is definitely a lot smaller than we normally get. That is compared to the raised bed garden. This one's not doing that well. Let's switch arms here real quick. It's not doing as well as the other ones. I think this will be the last time I try to grow tomatoes in a sip garden. Um, Herbs do pretty good. I'll show you that. There's this one. This is my basil here. I harvested harvested that down quite a bit a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks, and it's come right back and is doing good. And this doesn't have near the amount of soil as this guy has. So I think stuff like this, my chives, my bunching onions here, doing stuff like that, maybe some beets, will do a whole lot better in this type of garden. And I say that this is the last time I'm going to do tomatoes and something like this, because these guys over here, while they're, let me see if we can get while they're surviving, they're not really growing. They're not getting any bigger on some of these. So I'll show you a close-up on that. So future reference, I think I'm going to keep tomatoes out of these. I know I've had decent success with peppers in these before. There was a time a few years ago at our other place that I had like two pepper plants per container harvested, and I had maybe 8 plants. I harvested like 10 pounds of jalapenos. There's a lot of jalapenos. So that's where we're at with that. Over here, I think I can officially say my Malabar spinach on this trellis is not going to make it. There is nothing there resembling the spinach, so we'll pull all this stuff up today and get it going. I got basic chores to get done today. I got the yard to get mowed, weeded and stuff, and that's a lot to get done with that, especially now that we're in the throes of summer. I want to completely muck out both of the chicken and the duck coops, or not just the coops but the pens themselves, and get all that done, get another compost pile started. And with harvesting the onions and the taking care of the garlic that I have, that's probably going to take up the majority of my my weekend. So that's the basic progress. I'll probably come back and show you the garlic and the harvest and onion harvest a little bit later. So we will see you then. Hey guys, I just wanted to take a quick second and show you that characteristic I don't think I've recognized before. These are like the Amish paste tomatoes, and usually when you see the flowering bunch coming off of off the stem, usually it's just a bunch of flowers. Well, these you can kind of see, it's coming off, it's got the flowers, it's got some fruit on this limb here, but then at the end of it, it's starting to get a whole bunch more leaves and a whole nother growing tip at the end of that to go forward with that as well. So I just kind of want to point that out. That's a characteristic that I've not seen before, and it's a new revelation to me. These Amish pastes are definitely growing significantly different than stuff I've grown in the past, or at least the first time I've noticed it. So we'll see you on the next project. Smile.
Whoa, pull too tight.
So hey guys, before I go harvest the onions, we had to take care of the garlic and stuff, and Christine here wanted to go ahead and do all the braiding on the garlic, so she's been doing that, and this is kind of what we're in the process of. You want to show them that braid? You want to show them the braid?
Oh, worst braid ever.
The first time doing a braid, that's our first one. I'll
First
take
time doing a garlic braid.
Garlic braid,
My
true.
girls have had braided hair, and it didn't look like this.
True. So first garlic braid, we'll probably do one more, take a picture of that, and then we'll get back to you. Okay, so she finished braiding the garlic. We got two braids there, one that's got 17 in it, the other one's got 15 in it, so that's 32 bulbs of garlic, plus there's a bunch of other smaller ones that we did. So that clears up the spot. She'll go hang those up inside, and now I get to go harvest some onion, and we'll see where we go from there. So that's our garlic harvest for this year that we're putting up, so we'll see on the next project. Well, I just went and picked all of my white onions. I've still got the yellow ones to go, but I have over 18 pounds of white onions sitting here. I just weighed them out and stuff, so that is my onion harvest for 2020. We'll see on the next project, yellow onions. Okay, so I just went and picked all the yellow onions. This one's pretty close to a pound, and I've got several of these in here. I've still got to weigh these out and see how much I've actually got as far as weight wise, but I need to get these laid out and get them to start drying. So very good onion harvest, and we'll bring you back to the rest of it. Okay, so we've got all the onions harvested and weighed out, and now I gotta set these up to dry. They're probably not going to be drying ideally. I'd like to spread them out more, but I don't have the space. So we've got 56 pounds of the yellow onions and 18 pounds of the white onions. I think that makes 74 pounds of onions that we just harvested. So good onion harvest. We gotta get them up, get them stored, and that's going to be it for this year until we start growing them again for next year. So that's our onion harvest. And we'll see you on the next video. Well guys, I think that's it for today. We'll just call this video the onion harvest. This is a good day. If you like this kind of stuff, hit like, subscribe, comment down below, let me know if you like it or not. And we'll see. God bless, have a great week, and we'll see you on the next video.